And welcome to the Banana Poop channel. I am your host, Banana Poop. Today we're going to be playing Don't Starve, Reign of Giants. I have been streaming before, but that was with a bit of a different channel. Now I'm on my own doing this channel here, just for continuity's sake. But it's going well so far. It's starting from fresh, but hey, that's the way the ball bounces sometimes. But we're here to play this game, and I have to say this is one of my favorite games. I don't think I've ever been impressed with a game as much as this. This has quickly risen to the top of my all-time favorite games, mainly because I am still surprised by it. There's still things that I come up in learning new things or finding out new discoveries, you know. So, I have to say, this is a very, very impressive game and has such depth, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's hard, you know, but every time you get that, get to that next day or next life, whatnot, it just feels like, you know, such an accomplishment. We're going to be playing a relatively new character to myself. As you can see, I mainly play Wendy or Willow. I can't remember her name. But she's the fire starter. I like her. She's excellent as far as being immune to the fire, always having that handy-dandy lighter with her, and, she spontaneously has some spark issues where she can set some fires off when she's a little bit nervous, which is not too bad if you can not burn down your base, which I have. But that's one thing I like about her, is that she's pretty a well-rounded character that has some really good attributes that help compared to some of the other characters. But what I'm looking at right now is, if you see about halfway down the page, there is the Spiderhead guy. That Spiderhead guy, his name is Weber. Now, Weber is... that was the first and only time I've actually played him, as you can see through the obits, the ones that get registered, that he's not on there at all anywhere else. Weber is kind of a kitschy cool kind of character. There's a whole thing that you have to do with him, and I was lucky enough to have a viewer help me discover some of that things about him, about burying the skull and that. So that was kind of cool. I loved how you could unlock a character like that instead of reaching a plateau, there was a way to, unlock it, So I thought that was kind of cool. I think what we'll do is play Weber. The only reason why I'm itching to play him and not the other is because I've given this game about a 30-day break, and I'm ready to get back into it. Especially since it's so friggin' cool. So let's do that. Let's go down and start a new game. Start at the bottom, work our way up. Let's go to character. I'm going to play Reign of Giants. I'm just playing the default settings. I don't really play anything else. I know that there is a couple of different other modes, but I just play the normal survival mode, whatnot. So let's go in and change your character here. There is Willow, yeah. So, Wendy used to be better when the game was first rolling out on the computer, but it's kind of hard to bring out her twin sister now. So the twin sister kind of was like this ghost that followed you. She lit your way, so you didn't really need a torch, and she did things like help fight bad guys, you know. So because she doesn't hit very hard, but now it's a little bit harder to get her sister out. So the strongman, to be honest, is so hard to keep his belly full that his buff whatnot of having a full belly, he gets to hit creatures harder. It really doesn't come into play all that often, you know. Especially if you're starving, you're pretty much screwed. My favorite characters, of course, are Wilson. For Christmas, I was able to get some of the vinyls for this, and I was, really jazzed about that. I can tell you about that later on. So as we go on, we can look at some of these other characters. This guy's cool. Kind of reminds me of being Canadian, and he's got a terrible secret. Back before, when they were still making this game, like it was rolling out, this was one of those games that they rolled out in alpha stage. So, back before it was his secret with his axe. You could use the axe, the secret one, Lucy, he calls it, and if you use it too much, his secret comes out. But you could build other axes and use them as much as possible. But now he comes out, if he gets too nervous. So it's even harder, like he just spontaneously comes out sometimes, his secret. So he's got some closet issues. Wakefried, oof, she only eats meat. You get some meat at the beginning of the game to get you started. But to be honest, I don't like her. I found that I was almost in the hole because you're always collecting all this stuff, and she doesn't really use all that stuff, so, so let's go in. Here's Weber. It kind of looks like me in the morning. Or I look like him in the morning. So let's jump in and use this guy. His buffs and weaknesses is he's a monster. So things like spiders are friendly to him. So that's kind of cool, And he grows the silk. That's my favorite thing about this guy is that he grows that beard. He gets that silky thing, and you know what? It comes in such handy. So let's jump in and play a little bit of Weber. So in April for this streaming channel, I will definitely be getting a camera. I will definitely be getting a better mic. So that's all to come. Then you can see my ugly mug as I'm playing, and then it just personalizes me a little bit more and allows the stream to grow a little bit faster, I believe. So let's start right away. I think one of my most favorite things about this game also is just the art. It's fantastic. I love it, Not too many games out there. The indie scene has really exploded for some of these fantastic games, and I'm glad. I'm glad that... because I don't think you could find a game like this out of Electronic Arts or Activision. I don't think they would waste their time. They would want to do a repeat or a sequel of something, or So close. But yeah, for Christmas, my wife, thank God, she was able to buy me some of the vinyls for this game, and you know what? I absolutely love them. They are kind of pricey, but I plan on having a game room in a few years' time. So I've been collecting. I've started collecting things specifically for my game room. I'm looking forward to that. So they will definitely make up a centerpiece in my game room. I also was able to snag this Mario statue that was imported from Japan, and it's about a foot, maybe a little bit higher than a foot, but it's just so awesome. So that will definitely be a big display case or something for the. So I like to collect things from games that I specifically like. My favorite ones. I'll definitely have a list of my favorite games, especially for the PS4. You can find that on the Twitch site. And I eventually will start a blog that will go along and hand in hand with this. And it will I'm not going to be posting huge news or everyday news. What I'll probably do is post news or comments on news that are that I think are concerns me as a gamer or that is worth having to look news to look at. So I find that many of the sites have just a lot of fluff or a lot of the same old stories just rejiggered to be told in a different light, Love the bees. Bees are awesome. They're one of my favorite resources in the game because having that candy is so handy to go exploring caves with and stuff. So before I really screw the pooch here, let's maybe get some logs so we can start a fire. It looks like our first big season is going to be winter time, only because the rabbits are out. Sometimes when you start off in the spring or you start in the fall. If the rabbits are out, we're going into fall. So this is fall. We will be headed into winter, not summer. So that's good. I tend to do a little better when the games, the first big season is winter, not summer. Summer seems to really have a hard time getting through the summer, so. That's all we've opened up so far. So let's try and open up the map a little bit. one of the good things about Weber is the cooked monster meat. Eating it, it doesn't hurt your sanity or your health at all. So that's another bonus with this guy, you know. As you see, he also carries some spider eggs. That's another really good thing, is that it allows him to kind of set up a bit of a defense, because you can use the spiders as a type of defense, and that kind of comes in handy. So, but first we're gonna look for the beefalo. The beefalo is your friend. Oh, there's plenty of rabbits. What the hell? I definitely like setting up around Beefalo. Even with Weber, I think I would still go ahead and do that. They're a great defense against there he is, against the Giants. So. Not to worry if there's only like one or two. They will have offsprings, and the herd will grow. So, I mean, no worries there. Let's eat this. That's another thing I know. Just noticed that Weber, when you're in the graveyard, his sanity doesn't go down. He's okay being in the graveyard, so that's kind of cool. It's nice to know that there's some autumn up there, some of the meadows or whatnot. This would be good too. That's actually pretty excellent. So let's. We're gonna torch this area here. Oh my god. Worried that that was a giant. Trying to find a source of rock. Normally I'd be picking up these saplings, but I don't have anything. This is going to be a good place to come down and torch later on. I don't mind torching these trees because they have, they don't give any acorns off, so that's what they're good for. There's some gold. There's a setup camp right here. Okay. that's how you get the turkey. There's other things you can bait as well like that. The moles you can bait with rocks. Just gonna throw this up just quickly. It's not a huge payoff. It's more like sprinkled with a little bit of gold here and there. Oh. Let's see. We'll be back for that. We don't need it just yet. The gnome you can sell to the Pig King. He's usually with one of the villages that you'll run into, and there's just a ton of gold that you can get from him. You know, and it's really well worth having those things. You can find other things like plugs, other little trinkets that you can end up giving to the Pig King, and he'll give you in return gold. So that's why it's worth holding on to them, because sometimes you can't find the rocks or the gold. If you pick that up and you run into the Pig King, you'll have enough to at least get started or on your way to making the science machines. So it's really far away. And so this is, our beefalo is right there in the center of the screen on the map right now, which is not a bad place because, like I said, there's the meadows up above, there's the cave that's there. Unfortunately, I don't think the herd was big enough. There's only 2 of them. That being said, by springtime there'll be a few more of them as well. So I'm not too worried about them as long as they're around. What we'll do is we're gonna set up camp here. what I'm going to do is set up a stone camp. I will not pick these stones right here. I'll pick the other ones that are going to be a little bit farther away from this camp. That way when trouble arises, I'll be able to put some basics into it. Just gonna plant a couple more trees, that way I can use the space again. I don't have a helmet, so I'm not going to engage the bird. You need a helmet to do that, or else it just kills you in a couple of hits. There's a few items that you can get that will defend against him. Well, we're just starting off here, so... Now, he just got the beard. There's 3 stages to the beard, so once it gets to the maximum stage, you do want to cut it because after that it won't grow anymore and you're just killing time for the new resource to replenish itself, so... Right now the time is just 2 p.m. Normally I don't stream during the day because I don't have enough time. I like to stream for usually more than an hour, but I wanted to get on and at least stream a little today. Like I said, I'm just restarting this stream, so I'm hoping that, you know, when I come to this game again this evening, I'll be playing it, I'll be able to stream it for a lot longer. Uh-oh. Is that a giant already? Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. So that's what was shaking the ground. That's actually right close to where the beefalo were, so it's actually not a bad area, so okay. Well, let's go south and see. Yeah, we'll build it right in here. Okay. Weber's powers, they're pretty cool. Weber can, he's resistant, like, he can be around spiders. Spiders won't attack him. He can stay in graveyards, and it won't affect his sanity. His sanity won't drop if he's inside of a graveyard. You know, there's a few other little things. He can eat monster meat, things like that. Which is kind of cool. You know, I have to get, to be honest, I have to get used to him. I've only played him one other time, and I find that there's a couple of things, like you can't use the pigmen, and I kind of heavily rely on the pigmen because they're an awesome source of manure and food and just general defense. So it's something that I'm gonna have to overcome with, you know, not having that ability. So if you run into pigmen, you have to be careful. They'll attack you right away, kind of thing, because they consider you a monster. So I'm just gonna move a couple of these things here. The other cool thing that he can do is he grows a beard, a silk beard, and that comes in handy. As you can see, I got one now. It's probably about 2 days worth. What we'll do is get that off before it gets any longer. Oh, it was only worth one. It grows to about 3 stages, the beer. And after that, if you don't cut it off, you're just wasting other time for new growth. Yeah, I'm headed for winter. Winter is coming up. I'm just gonna grab a couple of these because I need to get some crock pots going. No, beefalo. The only time beefalo attack is if they're if they're enraged. The way you can tell is their eyes will be kind of red, and their butts will be red. That's one way to tell if they're pissed off at you. It's hard to tell in the evening because they kind of have a bit of a tinge to them, but the red will be just like around the outside. You can tell mostly by their butts. They'll have a big red area on it. I was able to pick up some of the vinyls, the collectibles for Christmas. My wife had given it to me as a gift, and they're pretty awesome. The vinyls. they're little collectible characters, and I will be using them for my gaming room. And I have to say they're well worth it, well made, pretty badass. So if I could, I should get some pictures, or I like them. So. So, items that are almost green, all the green is gone from them, or they're sitting in yellow. If you cook them here before you put them in the crock pot, it boosts the freshness of them, and when you cook them again in the crock pot, it'll do the same thing. So. Sorry, just gonna get everything straightened out here. When you start off with Weber, you get these spider eggs. Don't get rid of them. Don't use them for anything but planting them. They're like a seed. You plant it, and it allows you to have spiders. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up here, so they're kind of out of the way of the beefalo. I don't want them too close to the beefalo, or else they'll start fighting. But basically, what I'm going to use them for is for defense. These guys will grow really, really big, and even the queen spider doesn't bother you. So it's kind of cool. So. Oh yeah, yeah. With Weber, you can eat the monster meat and stuff, and it won't hurt you. And that's one of his pluses, you know, which really help. Sorry, I just want to leave this in a certain way. The other thing is, now that I have some golden tools, what you want to do is when you whittle down some of your older tools, you want to leave them around your base. There's a creature called the Krampus, and he will steal everything that is in your treasure box. Now you'll hear a type of music go off that will allow that to kind of notify you that that's what's going on. Is that this Krampus guy is coming after your stuff. So if you leave these pieces of items around, what will happen is he'll go after the loose stuff first, and then he'll go after your treasure boxes, giving you enough time to get back to your base and execute them, whatnot. The other good thing about the having spiders around your base is when there'll be a moment when in the springtime when it starts raining frogs, the spiders and the frogs will fight, and you will get an unbelievable amount of food. So much that it's just most of it goes to waste. But it's kind of a nice rainfall, and you don't have to deal with fighting all of those spiders on your own, or frogs. Just trying to open up some more of this map. Hello, Anthony. How you doing? As you see, the spiders they don't bother me with Weber or being Weber, which is good. The only time that they will attack you is when you hit them, but you can even set up the rabbit traps and capture spiders, and then they won't even attack you then. So there is still a way to harvest the spiders in their goodies by using the traps without having to actually engage the spiders themselves. Actually, I can demonstrate that if you want. Ah, thank you very much. As you can hear, the trap just went off and the spider's in it. So if you open it up, you're able to harvest the meat. And they're not going, they shouldn't hurt you when you're going by them. Yeah, farms help. I only like to build the advanced farms. I find that the basic farms are just not worth it. The advanced farms will actually work a lot better. What we'll do is return to the our base and cook some of this stuff up. Like I said, I just wanted to open up some of the map. Now, I'll show you, as we go by this pigman, he should attack us. And that's the one drawback. See, you just have to stand there. And he's gonna, want to attack you. And it kind of sucks because they're really good for things like manure. He's just gonna chase. Yeah, they are. They're excellent if you have manure and whatnot. You can just throw down, but you can do that with the advanced ones as well. Throw some manure on there, and it just spits out items for you, whatnot. Burn eggplants, pick from. You can burn the eggplants? Yeah, I'm a little bit lost here. Oh, I didn't know that. Alright, what we'll do is, bastard. Another thing is if you run out of, say you only had 3 slots full, if you really needed some food, what you can do is put a sapling stick in there into the 4th spot, and it should work just fine. You'll get what just a shish kebab. So, works pretty good if you're in a pinch. So, now we got enough. Another really good source of manure is the pigmen. If you feed them your berries, you know how you get to the pig cities and there's those ton of berries? If you actually pick those berries, you can give a bunch of them to the pigmen. And if there's at least 4 pigmen, you can cycle through each 4 of them because there's a bit of a time limit to reset. But if you feed them to them, what happens is they poop the they poop when you feed them the berries, and feeding them berries won't allow them to turn bad or anything against you. So that's kind of a good thing. No, I'm actually headed it's fall right now. And I will be heading into winter. Unfortunately, that's my time limit for today. It's for just this afternoon. You can catch me again at 11 p.m. tonight. I will be playing from about 11 p.m. Streaming till at least the wee hours in the morning. Listen, I'm not new. I was streaming before. I'm back into it. Everything's the same name. It's Banana Poo. I have a Twitter, which is Banana Poo. You can check that out. I do answer emails. My PSN is that. The YouTube channel, which all these videos that will be stored there will be Banana Poo channel. So listen, I'm into this for the long haul. In April, I will have camera, I'll have a better mic, and hopefully near the end of the year we can start doing some fun things with this. So please, if you liked it at all, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, and thanks. I really enjoyed it and enjoyed meeting you guys, and please come back again tonight at 11 p.m. I'll see you. Have a good day. Cheers.